It's a hockey night in Indianapolis. Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside Indiana Farmers Coliseum, where tonight your Fuel look to take a step closer to playoff position against arguably the ECHL's best team, the Toledo Walleye. Let's get right to the nitty-gritty. The Fuel are challenging for the final playoff spot in the North Division. 6th place right now, 5 points out of Wheeling, Cincinnati in 5th, and Toledo the top dogs in the division. Well, good evening, everybody, and April Fools. No Jim Mirabello, but Tony Brown here with you tonight on HTSN. Welcome inside Indiana Farmers Coliseum alongside our great crew from Webstream Sports and Lauren Gray, who we'll hear from in a minute. Pleasure to be with you tonight. Huge game for the Indy Fuel. This is a team that certainly needs these 2 points tonight and taking on, arguably, as we said, the top dogs in the ECHL. Toledo scores a ton of goals. They don't allow very many. Great on the specialty teams. Power play, penalty kill, both strengths, and this team takes fewer penalties than anyone in the ECHL. So the Fuel going to need to take advantage of what few power play chances they'll have tonight. One guy they'll turn to try and prevent a lot of these offensive opportunities for the Walleye is a former Walleye netminder, Matt Carruth. As Mac has been so big for the Fuel this year, he was on Saturday as well. Top 15 of the league in terms of goals against average, looking for win number 16 tonight in his 35th appearance in net for the Fuel. This is a very big game, and for more on Coach Scott Hillman's approach to this one, we go downstairs to Lauren Gray. Through center, this settled now by Hirschfeld, and here's a shot by Holmstrom, partially tipped by the Fuel defenseman Franzen. Carruth never had to make a save. Drifts around right point for Sims, into the high slot for Toledo. Great feed and a save by Carruth, and another second chance stop, and Carruth seals the deal. My goodness, as we are just shy of 5 minutes in, let's take a second look at this save for Matt Carruth, the best of the night so far. Great little centering pass there, and Rogers had the first crack at it, and then with Holmstrom barreling down on him, Carruth challenges to the top of his goal crease, and that's Mac's best of the night to date. Start of a grueling stretch of 4 games in 5 nights for the Fuel tonight. Welcome back inside Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Indy and the Toledo Walleye going at it, and that's first place v 6th place in the North Division as the puck brings us back to action now on the near side of the Fuel's defensive zone. Chance and a turning one, and then a rebound. They score. It's Barnes from the front of the net beating Carruth, and the Walleye have a 1-0 lead. Now the first chance off the draw went to Shane Burschbach after a nice glove save by Carruth. Went off his, looked like the heel of his catching glove there, and the rebound right into a dangerous spot. And so Barnes, a guy we highlighted at the top of the broadcast tonight, makes the Fuel pay early. For the rookie winger, it's his 28th goal of the season. That ranks second on this Toledo roster, and his 66th point of the year. And when Toledo scores first in a hockey game, well, it's ugly for the opposition. 36-5 this year, back inside the Fuel zone. Here comes Indy churning through center. It's Pete Masser. He'll give to Gotovets. Loads, fires, and this one blockered away by Lurg. On the end wall, oh, big hit there. Lample drops the shoulder into Gotovets, and Kirill back on his feet for the Fuel as Rogers clears the end for Toledo. High slot Masser narrowly misses. Now tip on a shot by D'Souza. Rebound chance for Lindberg, and what a save made by Lurg. And on the tail end, we've got a penalty called. It'll be our first power play of the hockey game, and it's going Indy's way. Kyle Stroh has been a big part of Indy's offensive attack this year. Take a look at the leading scorers for the Fuel. Garrett Bembridge has been the consistent producer. His 55 points lead all Fuel skaters. But it's Stroh, that pure scorer, that's made the difference this year for Indy. And, of course, Nick Bruneto may be the surprise of the season as a rookie and a rookie defenseman at that. 33 assists, 36 points, tied for the ECHL's rookie lead amongst blue liners. So lots of guys chipping in. Depth of scoring is critical. And the Fuel have had it. Kick below the goal line. Jamie Wise finds Stroh. Stroh wants to feed the blue line and does. Jones now Hall in the right circle. Waits out the defenseman. Guides to the back door. Masser was waiting. And no shot came as it's held in nicely on the left point by Jones. And the Fuel still have a chance. High slot. Masser fires, and that one wide of the cage. Lurg in position, but airmailed by Masser. And now Hall holds on the right point. 15 seconds left in the power play. Fuel trying to scratch across a tying goal. Right circle, it's Hall. Waits and feeds the blue line and Jones. Far circle, Stroh, one-timer, he scores! Kyle Stroh on the power play! And the game is tied at 1. There's the big bomb from the Vibank, Saskatchewan native, his 22nd of the year. And that doesn't happen unless the Fuel's defenseman, Jones first, then Hall, don't hold the line. Let's take a look at how this one materialized. Give credit to Jones, the feed across, and a laser from the left circle by Stroh. And don't discount Pete Masser's little swing through screen in front, and the Fuel have tied the game at 1. 15:48 remaining in the third. The penalty kill unit for Indy's been up and down this year, on a bit of an upswing lately, ranking 15th in a 28-team ECHL, 82.6% here at home. Just a little bit better than that, and against Toledo this year, 4 power play goals allowed on 18 chances and 2 in 9 chances in this building. Just under 78%. So room for improvement there, and Toledo, oh, by the way, the best power play in the ECHL. Tied at 1, the Fuel want to keep it that way. Posts off for interference, and Indy creates a turnover in their own end. Awkwardly into the near corner boards was Franzen, back to his feet as it's held there by Sims. And Toledo into the corner, give and go, Bursch pocket shot, big save, Caruth, rebound still loose, and then from the top of the crease, Hirschfeld sent it over the crossbar. Back out to the right point where Sims collects. Toledo still threatens, long drive, save Caruth, rebound loose to Schwab. Caruth well out of position, and Schwab scores. Banked it in off Matt Caruth from his rear end. Caruth gets a piece and not enough, and Toledo on the power play has a 2-1 advantage. Behind the net here, Schwab for Toledo. Long pass up ice. Oh, bad bounce for the Fuel. Here's Barnes. Breakaway for Toledo. What a save by Caruth. With the knob of his goal stick to his right, he was able to lunge, guessed right, and Barnes could not find daylight on Mac. Pushed to the far corner, the Fuel 1 for 4 tonight on the power play. And they'll take over to the right side. It's Brunito. Shovels back to his centerman Lindberg on the far wall. Into the corner, D'Souza. D'Souza out top again for Brunito. Return to D'Souza. High slot. Fires. That shot blocked. Still loose. D'Souza. Another effort. They score! Chris D'Souza on the second wave. A power play goal. And the Fuel have tied the game at 2 with 4 minutes left. He's been knocking on the door. He finally kicked it in. Chris D'Souza, chance after chance tonight. And when his team needed it most, he came through. His 7th of the year, his 13th point, and he's got this building heaving now with the prospect of overtime. Go to the top of the second round. And it will be Schwab, who's the other scorer for Toledo. Swings well wide to the left. Forehand, backhand, scores. Roof Daddy for Troy Schwab, and cool as a cucumber as he got Caruth to bite and then just put it top shelf. We'll see how calm the veteran looked on this one. Barnes, leading scorer for the Walleye. Forehand, backhand, scores. Nifty move there for Barnes, quiets the crowd, and confidence on display for the former Wisconsin Badger. To the top of the 4th round, a gold here for Toledo would seal the deal and give the Walleye that second point. It's Kyle Bonus. Bonus had the game-winning goal in a shootout last time these two teams got together. Bonus has it at center. Game on. Matt Caruth now to the backhand. Toledo scores. And the Walleye won the game in a shootout by a final score of 3-2.